Hello everyone and welcome back. In this course we are going to start from zero until to be a full stack developer. Here I am saying full stack developer, not full stack web developer or something like that, or full stack mobile developer. I say full stack developer. What I mean by that? In this course we are going to explain how to create an API from the back end using tools that I will explain. And then in the mobile app or in the client side, we are going to explain how to work with the Flutter. When I say Flutter, in the Flutter you can create a mobile application, Android, iOS. You can create a web application. You can create a desktop application as well. So for that, I say here, I'm going to explain or to teach you how to be a full stack developer, literally a full stack developer from zero until someone has the ability to build an API to working with the back end and build the API and then create a mobile dev application or create a web application using a lot of tools. So let's start with the tools that we are going to explain in this course here. In this course we are going to explain not just to create an API, but the modern way and advanced way to create the API, which is using a GraphQL API instead of RESTful API. The problem here with the GraphQL API, you cannot find a lot of videos explain that, a lot of courses, both free and paid. But the problem here is the tools and libraries and the frameworks that use it in those courses. This is the problem here. In this course, I find a best collection to create a GraphQL API using Node.js, Express.js, Apollo-server, and of course GraphQL.js. This is the library here. And in the front end side, we use also like almost the best tool or the most famous tool to do that, which is Flutter. We have Express.js, we have Node.js. Why we need that? First of all, we will start with the back-end side. In the back-end side, we are working in the back-end environment, in the server environment. So of course, we cannot use, for example, JavaScript, since JavaScript, as you should know, just interpreting using a browser. Now we need to work with the JavaScript in the back-end. So here we need like a runtime environment. This runtime environment is Node.js. Now, just use Node.js? No, we need also to use some framework to do that. So at the top of the Node.js, we're gonna use Express.js. It's like a framework to make our work easier and more advanced using Express.js, just a framework working with the Node.js, and of course using the JavaScript. Now we need to create a GraphQL API. GraphQL, not like RESTful API. Here we need like some different tools to work with the Express. So to connect between Express and the GraphQL JS, we need to use something in the middle. So here we're gonna use Apollo-server, which is also the best one and the best choice to work with the GraphQL and to build the GraphQL API and make it also easier and more advanced as well. The roadmap for this course will be like this. We will start with some theoretical information about the subject, and then I will show you like a structure of the subject. So something like this here. I will show you the application. The application will be like this, the database, and here we have to make a schema and then connect to the database. After that, make a schema for the GraphQL and then make a resolvers and something like that. After that, we will start with this application, create this application from the back-end side. Also, I will show you the structure of the project using Visual Studio Code, for example, which means the files included in the project and something like that. After we finish the back-end, the API, then start to connect this API with the Flutter application. So for example, we finish the to-do app, create the API for to-do app, finish the database, connect with the MongoDB, create the API, everything finished, like all operation like create, update, read, delete, and all those operations. Then create a Flutter application to work with this API. So for each application we will explain in this course, you will have information and you will be able to implement this application from both sides, back end and then front end with the Flutter. So hope it will be useful for you, and thank you very much.